Welcome to Live Action Star Wars. I'm Ralph.
I'm James.
And today we are going to be watching home video.
That's it. Yeah, live action home video.
So a couple of years ago, me and my wife went to Galaxy's Edge.
Yep.
And we did everything. It was her birthday, and we got Cantina. We'd already done a droid. We did Cantina, and we did Build a Lightsaber, got on Rise, all the reservations. So it was a lot of fun. So she was doing the build your own lightsaber at Savi's workshop, and I'm like, this is like $200. Yeah. I'm just gonna tape it because.
Cool. Was that the first time that you'd done that? Had you done one previously? Or
no, I do nothing about it. Also, I knew it cost us $200.
Yeah,
and I figured we might as well be able to look back on it.
Absolutely.
Not thinking that I would have a podcast about Star Wars
or a video podcast specifically.
Right. I shot this in portrait mode purely for comfort. Like, I'm just holding my camera just to
be able to hold it and carry it around.
Just show what we spent our $200 on. So obviously I hate portrait mode with all my heart, but I was like, I'm not going to stand like this the whole time.
Yeah.
Because I knew it was at least like a 20-minute thing. Yeah, I need something. Well, anyway, from now on, any trips to Galaxy's Edge will be shot in landscape mode.
They'll all be for content. No more enjoyment, only content.
Yeah. So it's not going to be formatted super great on this episode, but just bear with us. I think it's all about the journey.
That's it.
And then just to kind of give you a sense of what's happening here, stuff you don't get to see is when you make your reservation, all that bullshit, whatever, fuck that. You go up to the cast member who's at the front.
Okay.
And there's the cast member, and next to him they have drawers. You can look in the drawers and see the different parts, and that's kind of
I'm
cool.
looking at some pictures that people have taken now of all of that. Yeah.
And then you get a spiel from the cast member asking, what sort of a Jedi do you think you'll be?
Interesting. Okay, so that's how they do it.
Whether you're, an Earth, into the Earth and the living force, if you're into more of the technical side of all this stuff, whatever, it all sets out to be different lightsabers. And I don't know why I didn't grab the lightsaber before we started. I should have grabbed it, but maybe I'll do a review of it.
Yeah,
after the fact. But you tell them exactly what you want. They have sort of a laminated guide that kind of shows you all the parts as well,
like a cheat sheet type thing.
Right. And so my wife decided to go with nature.
Okay.
And she was then presented with a pin, like I don't want to say an enamel pin because it kind of has like a copper brass sort of look. I mean, I don't know why I didn't even think of this, but you can look right down here. But I could still do editing down here. So it's this really cool, like I was like, one of the reasons why I wanted to do this is because I like enamel pins and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, you can only get this pin.
Yes, it's exclusive to that. Yeah.
Right.
I'm looking at it now. It looks really cool. It's quite big as well, isn't it? It's got a good size to it.
It's a little bit bigger than, like a smashed penny.
Yeah.
You ever see like smash? It's a little bit bigger than that. Kind of has a similar vibe to it. But they tell you put that on. So she put it on. And I'm assuming that's a way for the people inside to know which set of pieces to get.
Yeah, I think so.
So you do that and you wait for everybody to get their thing outside. And then we go inside, which is what we're about to see. So this is exactly after getting your pin and taking your first step into Savi's workshop.
Quick question before we start. You said like it breaks down the types of lightsaber that you can have. Do you is that the entire, all the pieces are from that one set? You can't mix and match pieces.
Yeah, you'll see what you get.
Cool.
There's probably Let me use this set as an example. This is the Luke Skywalker lightsaber.
Yeah.
Here, I can do this while we go. Like there's like maybe 2 pieces of this, 2 pieces of this, 2 pieces of that, or maybe 3 or 4. I'm not sure exactly how many, but you only get that set, which
Yeah.
kind of makes me nervous. Like if I want to go and recreate a Keller and Beck, did he get
Yeah, it
to
was his
choose
sort
from
of a
different
piecemeal sort of thing.
pieces?
I mean, I'm
Which
looking at it now, and
maybe
it looks like there's 10 pieces or 10 like parts
something
along the
like that.
hilt. Yeah.
So we'll see it all when we get in there.
Mm.
Let's get in there, and this is literally us walking in. Again, this is the best we're going to do now. With the footage, as far as this format is completely, I hate it. I'm letting you know, if you hate it, you're totally in the right to hate it.
It's a bonus episode, folks. Like,
Right.
it's all good.
So, and this is something that we never intended to do, but thought would
This
be
wasn't
fun.
planned. Yeah.
My wife said it was okay, and so I hope she doesn't mind her butt being on the internet, because I follow her in portrait mode. So we're gonna get started. Hopefully you can hear it okay too.
We do appreciate your cooperation. Right, sons, welcome right this way.
All right, so you can hear it fine. It
I
will
can
get
hear
a
it.
little bit louder.
That's cool.
This is in the performance section of it, but that's Stevie, my wife. She normally doesn't have straight hair.
Okay. Is that a birthday thing?
It's when she gets her hair done,
Ah, fair.
it gets straightened. So here we are in Savi's workshop.
Mm.
See, we have been a secret here for so long, and we want to preserve that secret for years to come. And I know to you this might just look like scrap and clutter, but to us, this is everything. Please let me introduce. I have Danny, Brianna. My name is Josie, and we humbly call ourselves the Gatherers. We travel the galaxy looking for war.
So lore-wise, you don't, like, in the book, the Black Spire book, you never go into the back room of Savi's, but there's hints that there is stuff that Savi is doing more than she says, sort of thing.
Right.
And they use the workshop to basically like get some speeder parts and some other stuff that they need as a scrap shop.
So yes, Savi's is a scrap shop.
Yeah.
But amongst the scrap are very specific pieces that may be used for certain things. And that's what the Savi shop worker here, Josie.
Yep. Very Star Wars name.
Yes, I love it.
Just like Luke.
Well, yeah, I guess so. I guess Luke is a very...
There's been normal Earth names in Star Wars from the jump. I hate it when people complain about that stuff.
Right. But so yeah, I think the volume will get a little bit higher as we go.
That's cool.
But I love right now what you hear is the Galaxy's Edge Suite by...
Is that what's playing the music wise?
Yeah, by John Williams.
Amazing.
We're struggling with the sound a little bit earlier. That's all been cut out. But one of the reasons why I wanted the sound in here is because this whole experience is scored. And I'm hoping it doesn't ding us on YouTube, because we put in a lot of effort to get this thing going.
Yeah, and we're talking and we're cutting in. There's other people
Same.
talking over it, so we should be okay.
So we should be good. All right, I'm going to hit play.
The ancient temples, both Jedi and Sith alike, for all of these relics. And if the First Order were to come in our doors, our hope is they would think this is all just bits and pieces of junk. But we know that these artifacts are rich in history. And as gatherers, we are here to preserve the past to ensure your futures. Now, as you know, we're in troubled times. But in troubled times, a hero steps forth. Have you all heard the legends like Luke Skywalker? Yes.
Look at him getting misty-eyed.
We have a new Jedi, and her name?
Rey.
Yes, Rey. And she is our spark of hope. And I believe, elders, just like them, you too have heard the calling. And that's why they're here.
So we are all Broom Boy in this experience.
Essentially. And it's making me like super misty-eyed because
Yeah.
I mean, even though you're seeing this, look at me, I'm a fucking mess. On video, like being in the room, it's reminding me of being in the room.
And I'm guessing the cast members, they all know what they're doing, and it's all timed to the score and everything as well.
Yeah, something's happening.
Yeah.
And the score really, I mean, it's all Star Wars music.
Yeah,
so
of course.
So having
You're in
the
a Star Wars.
having the score interact with these people and us means
cool.
I'm in Star Wars.
Yeah.
So like when you're Luke Skywalker, he's not listening to the music while looking at the suns. But if you were in Tunisia looking at the sun and you heard that music, it would
it would wipe me out. Yeah, for sure.
Also, me being like ever since 1980 when I was a little kid listening to Raiders of the Lost Ark score for the first time, like I love film music so much.
Yeah.
And how great would it be to live in a world where
diegetic film scores in for life. Yeah.
All right, so let's go and
the lightsaber. They say to build one is a work of art. It is beautiful and mysterious, but most of all, it is personal.
the Force theme.
It's been held by some of our greatest of heroes and some of our darkest of enemies. And I believe, builders, it's what will connect each and every one of you to the Force. But it all starts with one thing. Yes, the Kyber crystal. The Kyber crystal is the heart of the galaxy. It harnesses the Force to power your saber. The color of your crystal will determine the color of your blade. And there might be many colors out there in the galaxy, but we have gathered 4 of you today, and it was no easy task. I'd like to start with this one. Blue. Once wielded by Master Obi-Wan Kenobi, his young apprentice, Anakin Skywalker, and now red.
And the music and
green. Qui-Gon Jinn, Ahsoka Tano, Master Yoda himself, and the legendary Luke Skywalker. And there is violet. And it is rare and beautiful. And it was once wielded by Master Mace Windu. And finally, red, the crystal of power. Darth Vader, Darth
Kylo Ren theme.
Ventress, and now Kylo Ren. Yes. But builders, enough with their stories. For it's time for you to start your story. It's time for you to choose your Kyber crystal, or perhaps, builder, the crystal might choose you.
I'm glad that that's included.
Yeah.
So, the bit of lore, obviously, because like in everything that we've seen with Kyber crystals, is that the crystal chooses the Jedi, not the other way around.
Yeah. And I like that. It didn't even occur to me that when you pick what sort of parts you want to choose, that you don't pick your crystal and you don't pick it until right now.
That's so cool.
So
and again, like having it in the room with the lighting effects and everything, and like that it carries more weight than essentially picking your parts outside.
Right. And then watching her and everybody else, like in the moment, decide what it's going to be.
Like I don't know what I would choose. Like I like to think, like I love Luke's green lightsaber, like, and green lightsabers in general I've always found cooler. I've always enjoyed the green lightsabers more, but I mean, you can't go wrong with a blue. Like you just can't.
I love blue.
I love blue. Like I
feel like purple's too special.
Yeah, that needs to be kept relatively unique. And we've both said it before, like we always lean good guy with these sorts of things, so I'm not going to pick a red.
Right.
Am I right in thinking that they still do you can buy like a blind box Kyber crystal?
Yes, you can still do that. And I believe
there's a black, isn't there?
But they're not blind box.
Okay.
So you can buy whatever color you want.
Yeah.
But like 1 in every 10 red is like a black.
So you have to buy reds and you might get a black.
Yeah.
If 1 in 10 is not that bad. I thought it was a lot rarer than that.
Right. And then there's people who can take you know those they use the little machines to change the prices at stores.
Yeah.
If you go on Amazon, you can get one of those barcode things for like $50 or something, and you can take any crystal and go through. It'll read it and it'll go through the list of options. And
Oh,
if you go
okay.
online, it'll tell you which one is black, which one is like, and you can change the chip inside to be whatever color you want.
Okay, so that's how it's done. It is. I said it's just
Yeah.
a chip. It's interesting. Okay,
It's a
cool.
chip it's a chip that it reads. So if also you'll see.
Yeah, I was going to say we'll see
you
the
at
crystal
end.
coming up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Then please close your eyes. Go ahead, close your eyes. Now, in your mind, what crystal calls you?
So she's saying which crystal calls you. Look at these.
Yeah.
Now, builders, once you have that in your mind, if you would,
Oh,
hold
look.
on to it. Open your eyes and reach for your crystal.
So they've laid them all out in front.
They're
coming
walking
round.
around with the canister. I believe I'll get a shot of it.
Cool.
Oh, you can see her pin right there,
Yeah.
shining. Yeah.
No hesitation.
She got green.
Yeah. So does Stevie generally prefer green lightsabers?
I don't know.
Or is that just what called
no.
to her in the moment?
No. I believe she got it for me because I like green.
Mm.
And because immediately following this, we went to Doc Ondar's and she purchased a yellow crystal.
Okay.
So yellow's not one of the
Not one of those ones, but you can
Not one
buy
of
it
the
after
options.
the fact.
but which makes sense when this takes place in between episodes 7 and 8.
Yeah.
There was no yellow lightsaber. I don't
No.
believe. I'm trying to think of Attack of the Clones, but
Did you know there's no yellow? There's blue, green, and mace is purple.
Right. Right. And I believe at the time we did this, Rise of Skywalker was not out yet.
I was going to say that was my next question. Was this before?
So maybe they put that in there now. I don't know.
Yeah.
Watching this makes me want to drop another $200 so I can do it myself.
Yeah.
Because it's one thing to watch this experience, and I definitely love watching her and like kind of watching it through her eyes. But for someone to present kyber crystals to me is a much different story.
I mean, dude, if you haven't done it by the time I get there, we're doing it. We're both doing it.
Yeah, we'll do it together. And
Yeah.
Stevie could make another one too.
Yeah,
I don't care. I'll
yeah.
drop down all the money.
Oh yeah. There's not going to be any hesitation. Price wise, $200 to do this. How is that in comparison from buying like the hero lightsabers?
So this guy right here
Yeah.
was like 109 or something.
Okay.
The Ray one I think was 120, 130.
Okay.
It's definitely made of more materials and stuff.
Yeah.
So you're looking at spending about $80 more.
Yeah.
But you get the pin and
You
this
get
experience.
The experience is what you're paying for.
Like even watching, like me getting this on tape or on my phone is like, I'm so glad I did it.
Absolutely.
Not just for the show, but just to like as a memory.
And for
look how happy
that,
she is.
Exactly. And you've barely even started. Like that process. Yeah. Am I right in thinking that it's the person doing it and a guest and like basically someone to come with them?
Right. I think you can take 2 people or something.
Okay.
I don't know, but we're all just gonna go make lightsabers.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll drop another 200 to do this because the more lightsabers in my house,
there's never enough.
Yeah, I don't care. And luckily, I mean, well, not luckily, but I'm gonna say like I'm not an employee there anymore. But there was no discount on this thing, so it doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah.
So.
But that's the thing. Like, I feel like if you were still working there, you'd kind of feel like it's like, well, come on, man, I want my discount. But
yeah, but I mean,
yeah.
All right, let's go. There'll be plenty of time to talk while she's
cool.
constructing.
Builders, if you haven't already, please place your crystal on the green disc in front of you. Now, for the hilt.
With the music.
House the heart of your life. You will focus Now, out of these trays, you will be making the selections to build your lightsaber weapon. And it looks like we are all ready. Everybody has everything they need.
Hey, there's me. I had to touch the lightsaber.
Yeah, of course.
For your public captain and 5, you have 2 sets of activation. So you'll be making a choice of one of each of the last.
So this is all technical junk for them to like go through. I'll tell a story. So I did get a preview when I was a cast member.
That's cool.
Okay. Now it's chaos.
That's cool. This is when everyone's building.
Yeah. So I'm gonna bring this volume down
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah, that's cool.
So when I was a cast member, they did a preview for Galaxy's Edge over at the DCA side, and they had these sort of trays set out, and they also had legacy lightsabers.
Cool.
And I walked over to the station. They had the legacy lightsabers and the build your lightsabers, and they kept saying, "Don't touch, don't touch, don't touch." And I could hear them in the corner of my ear saying, "Don't touch." So when I got to the table, literally as soon as they moved their eyes, I picked up one of these build a lightsabers and started touching it. And they're like, "Sir, please don't touch." I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And I set it down. Because listen, if you're gonna put a lightsaber in front of me,
yeah,
you're gonna touch it.
Yeah.
So
it's like putting a bag of heroin in front of a junkie and telling them not to do it.
Yeah.
So
as you can see,
I like, you've got options. You do have options.
Yeah, and let me go back here a little bit. Just a tad, just a hair. Okay, so what we're looking at, can I get my thing here? Is right here.
That's
where the Kyber crystal was held, and then the sort of saber guts.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a cool thing. Putting in the Kyber crystal was a little bit
looked fiddly.
Tough. Yeah, but she got it in there. So let's look at the pieces we got here. So you have 4 middle sections, 2 tips, and 2 bottoms.
Okay.
And those middle sections, you don't have to just pick 2. You can mix and match. You can put those wherever above or below or so.
So yeah, that's good. Because when I was looking at like the trays and everything and you choosing your sets, it felt almost a little bit limiting. It was like there's basically you're getting 1 of 4, but because you choose your set, but then in amongst that set, like you customize it however you want it from there. So essentially they're always going to be unique and they're always going to be different.
Yeah. And we're going to go through
all the options,
every combination.
That's cool. So all of these sets as well, I'm recognizing them all. And especially at this time, they were all in the video game, not Jedi Outcast, Jedi Fallen Order. That's it. So all of these customizations were the same customizations that were in that video game.
I think so. I didn't play the game.
I mean, I played the game through and changed up my lightsaber every opportunity. It's great. And they're doubling down on it. There's going to be a lot more of those games.
But there's also this middle section with the Switch.
Okay, so this is the Switch.
Yeah.
And that is like what you choose. Is it the different types of like activation switch on them?
Yes, that's one set, and then you can see on the bottom right.
Yep.
You're going to see the other set.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's kind of tough. I would say for me, what I would do is lay out all the pieces and like just make a lightsaber before putting it on. You know what I mean? Like she's locking them into place, seeing how it feels. I did have some opinions. I felt like I liked this Switch a little bit more than the other Switch.
Yeah.
But it wasn't my lightsaber.
No, of course.
Yeah.
So you're going to use this fur one?
So I asked her if she's going to use the furry one. So there's a faux texture fur, white fur, or there's a faux rubber strap.
Yeah, I can see the wrap one. I quite like that.
Yeah, but we're gonna see a lot, so many changes.
So I'm
Spoiler
wondering.
alert.
I'm
Spoiler
wondering
alert,
now.
she doesn't use that button.
The one that's on there at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm wondering now if they have, because we're 2 years nearly removed from this, if they've retired any of these old pieces or brought in new pieces.
Right.
I can imagine. I think I've heard people talking about them introducing new elements and stuff, but it's the sort of thing that they could do that every year. They could do that every season, sort of thing. Have retire some old ones so that when you've got that, it's cool and it's going to drive people to want more. Yeah, and and obviously, if you buy multiple, I'm guessing because all the parts are like generic in terms of they all clip on in the same way, you could mix and match from different sets.
Right.
Which, as you said, is probably what they did for Keller and Bex.
Right. Which I would like to rebuild. Like maybe.
Yeah.
I'd have to see if that's even a possibility.
Yeah, you'd have to get a detailed picture of it and see if it is all parts from.
I keep mansplaining. Like she wanted to know, like I showed her the bottom because they always put the speakers on the bottom.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, any of those 4 pieces could be the top or the bottom.
That's cool.
So here she's actually like mix and matching these 4.
Yeah. Seeing how they look together and again, it's similar to how you customize in Fallen Order. You choose like a top bit, a middle bit, an activator switch, an emitter, and a pommel. Though in that there is the option of making it a double-sided lightsaber as well, which I don't think is quite here yet.
Right. Look at the kid in the back.
Yeah, he's done. He's like ready to go. But that's the thing, kids. They're always going to be more impulsive in terms of like bang. Whereas like also they don't have they can't justify the cost. They're just going, this is the lightsaber I want. Whereas I'd be doing the same. I'd be going, right, well, I've got to have a look at every option just in case.
Like I'm savoring this experience. I flipped the bill.
Yeah, absolutely.
I kind of like that.
That's a cool combination.
Yeah. We don't get that one though. It's a tough choice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Stevie said that guy's already built his. It'd be great if this was like a half-hour video and everybody was just standing around waiting for her.
Do they hurry people up if everyone else is ready? Are they pretty good?
I think husbands do.
It's fair. Husbands and parents probably.
So now she's working on the top. Ooh, I like that.
It's cool. Oh no. Who was that? Was that the cast member?
That was her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's up to you. It's not mine.
Here we go. I might back a little bit.
Come on, Stevie.
Oh, there you go.
I know you. I like it.
Yeah, it's up to you. It's not mine.
I know, but I like it.
I've said the same as you, though. I think it's a cool thing. I like it, but because it's an option for everyone, it makes it too commonplace.
Right.
It is cool though. They claim that it's a crate's tooth, right?
Rancor?
Or is it not specified?
I think it's Rancor.
Oh, Rancor. Okay.
Look at those kids in the back waiting for Stevie.
Yeah.
That guy has his hand on his chin. Okay.
That's cool. It's chunky.
It's heavy. All these parts are really thick metal, by the way.
Oh wow, that's good.
Every single, except the Rancor tooth.
Yeah.
It's a plastic.
Mm-hmm. Which makes sense.
This
You
thing
wouldn't want that having a metallic feel to it.
This thing is hefty.
It looks huge.
So you have these people just there dressed as Star Wars people that like that are just there to help you.
That's so cool.
It's like a real Star Wars guy dressed in real Star Wars stuff.
It looks like the lightsaber that Stevie has built really looks to me like something that a Tusken Jedi would have.
Yeah. And we found out later.
There's a couple.
Because I went and grabbed it. This is the version she ended up getting.
Yep.
So
very cool.
We went to Cafe Orleans and had lunch after this. We were all just like on cloud nine, excited.
Yeah, I bet.
And the bus boy who was clearing off the tables said, "Oh, that's a really good saber." He said, the tusk on the end is for like if you're in a stealth situation and it's dark, you could come up behind people and kill them without raising any suspicions or lighting your lightsaber. And we're like, "Oh, cool. That's it's awesome." But B, we're also trying to eat. It's Disneyland. It's such a weird,
dude.
Like, okay, if the dude in Galaxy's Edge told us that, get it 100%. But we're in New Orleans Square. There's jazz music playing behind us. And this guy's talking about slitting people's throats in the dark
with a tooth.
Right. So interesting fun fact about the tooth.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're ever in the French Quarter at night.
Yeah. All right. It looks like we're getting closer towards the end of the ceremony. I'm going to raise the volume a bit and we'll play this out. Look at that kid in the back can't stop touching his lightsaber. Oh, look how happy she is. She has a lightsaber that she built.
So cool.
She's looking at everybody else's. Did I make the right choice?
Yeah.
The most dangerous part of the process. So if you would, please take a large step back. All the way back, allowing enough room for my fellow doubters to come around and place the crystal stabilization chamber. Now, she stabilizes.
They're putting them all in the stabilization chamber.
Good way of doing it.
Luckily for you, you have three accounts working right now. I do not expect to have any of this happen. Like what happened here to Station 15. And once again, I am correct. So, we're going to let these stabilize.
Much skill have you shown. Chosen for yourself, you have. Now, joined, you will be. It is time.
That was Frank Oz, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The force must be strong here. And now it is. It's time to forge the bond between builders and saber. So in a moment,
Yoda's music.
Put your hand on your hilt, and together we will activate. So builders, if you're ready, please take that step forward. Put your hand on your hilt, take a deep breath, and activate. Raise your lightsaber. For you have built a lightsaber like the Jedi and the Sith that have come before you. And like that, you too can change the galaxy.
A lot of purple in the room.
Yeah.
Builders, if you would, please raise your sabers high.
So stupid.
So cool.
Congratulations.
Complete your lightsaber is. Now, your destiny you seek, your own path. May the Force be with you.
Thank you, Master Yoda. And thank you, builders. You have built lightsabers that are as unique and extraordinary as each and every one of you. But in your hands, you hold remarkable power. And remarkable power, well, should not be dropped in the ground. So, lightsaber, pleased to present to you a saber sheath as you depart.
Oh, you also get a a carrying.
Just beginning. It's time for you to go make your mark on the galaxy. And who knows, someday we might be telling your stories. To the spire!
There you go.
That's amazing. Oh my
It's
god, I want to
so
go
great.
so bad. I need to
Okay.
do it. I like the fact that at no point are they claiming that you are Jedi.
Right.
Like you are builders. You're obviously connected in some way, but you're not Jedi because in the
Right.
lore of Galaxy's Edge and Batu at that time, there's still only Rey.
But it lets you know also that, like, if you do take the red one,
Yeah.
you're cool with it. It's just machinery. It's just tech.
It's how
But-
you
Yeah.
But you chose that. We're gonna keep an eye on you.
But as soon as you step out those doors, you kind of choose your own story.
Yeah.
This is the lightsaber.
It's very, very cool.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. So it's just a thing. down there.
Yeah.
She went and popped this open, and
Mhm.
you could pop in the middle section, and she put in the yellow crystal right away. So, but
I
this
think that
thing's
works. I think
heavy.
that lightsaber hilt and design and everything, I feel
I
like
think
that
so.
lends itself to a yellow blade.
Right.
In the
Right.
same way that Rey's was sort of like cobbled together from her quarterstaff. Like that one looks like it's made from natural elements. It fits what we've
Mhm.
seen before.
Yeah. But yeah, so
Amazing.
I'm glad the video worked. I'm
Yep.
glad that
We got there.
you're able to hear it. I'm wearing both of my headphones today so I can listen. But dude, as soon as we walked through the door, I was like, worth the $200.
Oh yeah.
Already worth the $200.
Yeah.
It's such a simple thing. You saw the whole process took 17 minutes.
Yeah.
15 minutes that we'll remember forever. And it's like, it's the music. I feel like
It's so much. But I mean, that's always the thing, isn't it? It's like it's trying to rescore Star Wars without John Williams is
right.
You lose so much.
Right. My God, I am much like completely. I don't know what it hit me all over again. I'll tell
That's
you
so
that.
good. That is the power of it, though. Like, and obviously, like I've not got like as emotional as you, but then it's not my memory. I'm just watching you guys.
Yeah, that's the thing is I don't
No, I
feel
get
like
it. I can still see it. Like there's a moment in there that I'm
okay.
like, oh god, I'm gonna be a weak.
yeah.
Like, I'm gonna be a mess when I do it. It's gonna.
I
Be
feel
great.
like maybe I'll be so preoccupied with building it that
Yeah,
I won't be
possibly.
just a bystander watching this thing happen to my wife.
Yeah.
My wife just having pure joy
Yeah.
over Star Wars is like, oh man, that's great. It's so great.
So cool.
So yeah, we it's hers. And I'm sure there's people who's made this exact same build, but
Maybe, but you think about all the different options. Like, I mean, someone who's good at math is going to do it. It's like, how many options are there with the trays when you walk in? 5, 4, 5? So, and that's from that. And then you've got all the customization options. So it's like thousands upon thousands of different combinations, I can imagine. Like,
right.
So, yeah, okay. There is eventually, I mean, how many people are in the room? 15, was it?
I think a little bit more.
Okay.
I think
So
a little bit more.
I don't even want to think about the amount of money that they're making in there because it's disgusting.
Yeah, but the experience.
Exactly.
Like,
You don't think about it.
Today was the first time I noticed those other kids. Like when I was in there, it was just I was focused on Stevie and the builders and the.
But they don't look
helpers.
bored, even when they're done and they're waiting for Stevie. They don't look bored.
Right.
Like they look like they're just sort of kind of
Taking it
in awe
all
of
in.
the whole thing. Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
that's what you would do.
So highly recommend it. I mean, considering. Did you hear that?
I did.
That was a lightsaber. I did. Hold on.
So that's it trying to ignite without the blade.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
I don't
cool.
know why it made that whirring sound.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't keep my hands off of lightsabers. The whole experience, considering like Disney, how much Disney costs for souvenirs, and you can get it costs for like one of those what do they call those varsity sweater things, or the spirit
yeah.
the spirit what you can get a spirit jersey for like $75. Like having a lightsaber with a show on top of it,
Yeah,
and the pin and the sleeve, the giant over the shoulder.
yeah, because they don't
sleeve.
come with regular lightsabers.
No. When I got the Luke, it was 109 in the box, and that's it.
Yeah,
Like, I didn't get a blade with it.
So we used to, when I worked at comic book shop, we had all the Force Effects lightsabers and everything, right. And that was just after Hasbro had bought Master Replicas and started doing the Force Effects ones, these ones.
This is the Master Replicas.
Yeah, yeah. Like they started doing all of the good stuff, and then Hasbro bought that company. So my Luke one up here that I keep on meaning to move to this shelf. Just so it's a bit more visible. That's a Master Replicas one as well, because I wasn't gonna not do that. Yeah. They're amazing, but like they don't come with a sleeve. And I remember when I was working at the shop, we had a couple of damaged ones, and it was a case of they were pretty wrecked, but like they were fun to play with. They were the ones that we would, like, if people were considering buying them, they were the ones that we were like, here, have a play with them. But I mean, in this country, they were anywhere between 100 and 150 pounds, depending on the lightsaber. Right. So you're talking, that is more money than building your own at Galaxy's Edge.
So yeah, I'm coming to think of it. The Luke lightsaber, 109, I believe. Normally they're around 120. Awesome. They're awesome.
Yeah.
Doesn't include a blade. You have to buy a blade separately, which I believe is like $40, maybe 30.
Yeah.
You don't get the sleeve, which is probably, I'm going to say at least 20.
At least
to 20.
Oh yeah, I was going to say, yeah, probably 20 to 30.
So you're really not spending that much more for the experience, and you get that pin that you can't get anywhere else.
Yep.
So, worth it, I guess.
Yeah. Like, I mean, if you go into Disneyland, you know that you're going to spend some money. Like, it's just part of it. And that's the thing. If you go in there thinking, oh, this costs a lot of money, then don't go. Wait until you can afford to go, and then go so that you can go and enjoy all of these things. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah. I think I will too. Even though I've already been in there, I think I'll do it again. And if Stevie wants to make another one, we'll do it. So cool. Let's do it together.
I can't wait.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, I have nothing else other than you guys know the drill.
Yeah.
This
is a bonus episode.
Tell your friends to come subscribe. Go to Live Action SW. That's our site. Follow us at Live Action SW. All that good stuff. Until next time, may the force be with you.
To the spire.
Ooh, bright suns.
Bright suns.